What is going on, guys? Johnny on the track, back here with another video. I am tired. I'm exhausted. Just got back a few hours ago from the big race. I was at Daytona this weekend. I'm at a loss for words how amazing the whole weekend was to be in Daytona, to feel that atmosphere. The introductions, the green flag, the race. It was all just amazing. The merch, the haulers, the track. I mean, the weather, like literally, there was just so many good things that came out of this weekend. This was the first time I've ever done that. And man, I would, if you're on the fence about going, do it, go. I think you have to go. It's just one of those things that you have to see in person. You have to see the track in person. I was able to walk on the track, walk through the pits, run up the track. I mean, everything, you could imagine Daytona being, it's about 100 times better. So yeah, I mean, definitely, I would recommend anybody, if you're not a race fan, if you're a casual race fan, if you're a diehard race fan, whatever you are, if you like just like Formula One and you don't know anything about NASCAR, you got to go to the Daytona 500, plain and simple. Literally everything was great except for one thing, my bets. And I say mine, I should say our bets. If you've been watching this show, started off, hit Truex for the Busch Clash, a great start to the season. And then, man, we had it. We freaking had it with Kyle Busch. And then, oh, it was so frustrating. It was, oh my gosh. And just being there, I'm going crazy when Kyle Busch takes the lead. I'm like, please stay green. Please stay green. And of course, Daniel Suarez, who wrecked him in the duel, screws him in the big race. Oh, it was so frustrating. That was, oh my gosh. That would have been a big payday. But again, it was that, who cares? I lost money. I don't give a crap. It was that good to be there in person. So, enough Daytona stuff, but like I said, I'll leave it on this note. If you haven't gone to Daytona, go. If you're, plan now. It is expensive, but if you plan now, you can save and do your thing. So, definitely, like I said, go. Make that, you only live once. And I feel like, especially with COVID and things like shutting down and travel and everything we had to go through, man, life is short. Just take that chance and do the stuff you love. And that's what I was able to do this weekend. It was awesome. So, all right, enough of that. Let's go into Auto Club this weekend. So, back in California, a few weeks later, after we were just there for the Busch Clash, if you remember last year, this was really where we got to see the first, intermediate track racing for the next gen car, and it delivered. This race was really good. Late race restart looked like Suarez was going to hold off Kyle Larson, but at the end, Kyle Larson won. Reddick dominated the first two stages. He kind of, fell off due to a late race issue, didn't get the finish he deserved. And like I said, Kyle Larson ended up being the winner at this race. So let's go through who I like this weekend. So I don't really have a one. I have like, I would say 3 ones and then like a 2 and then a 3. And then I've got a top 5 and a top 10 bet. So, but like I would say like my 1 A, B, C. I'll start with Tyler Reddick. He was on his way, like I said, to winning this race, dominated the first 2 stages, late race issue, and, didn't get the finish that he deserved. But I know it's a new car. I know it's a new team for Tyler Reddick being 2311, coming from Richard Childress Racing. But to me, New car, new team, same Reddick. That's how I look at this. I think Reddick is going to have a great race. I think he's going to be there when it counts. And I don't think he's going to let this one in the team let this one slip away. Especially, he's definitely going to have a rebound after that, tough break for him in the 500. So I like Reddick here. You can find him at plus 1200 right now at DraftKings Sportsbook. I will say, you might want to wait until qualifying to put some of these bets in, and I'll kind of go through why. But 1,200 for Reddick is a pretty good number. But as you see, we get into these other bets. You might want to wait qualifying and then put some extra stuff on them when I think the odds might change a little bit. All right, Ryan Blaney plus 1,000. He's an interesting one for me to go for here. On one hand, he hasn't won a points race since August of 21. But on the other hand, the numbers and stats say that he should have his way here. He should have a good run and be in contention. For one, I said this in the playoff predictions. I think it's going to be a bounce back year for Blaney. And the way he ran here last year and at these intermediate high wear how do you say that? Yeah, high tire wear tracks. He was very, very good. I believe he was top 5 in overall speed for those tracks. So he ended up finishing 18th, but he deserved, like Reddick did, a much, much better finish. He was one of the fastest cars the first 2 stages. And look, like I said, I think it's going to be a bounce back year for Blaney. And I think he's going to pick up a win early. I like him at Vegas and I like him here. So Blaney plus 1,000, I think that's a good number to get him at. Number 3, Kyle Larson. Again, you can put Reddick, Blaney, Larson. I like them all. One, at that top tier. Plus 650, you can find the Cali kid. He's your defending champion. He's back in his home track. He's won here twice in his career. He's got 2 second place finishes here. And man, the way the 500 ended for that 5 team, I like Reddick. I like Larson to bounce back in a big way. This is kind of, I wouldn't say it's been his playground, but he's had a lot of success here in his Cup Series career, and I don't really see that changing. Had a great car here last year. He's going to have a lot of great cars this year, and I think you're going to really see it this weekend on Sunday. Then I got Kyle Busch, plus 1,000 to win. Man, I mean, what else can you say about Kyle Busch? He's been right there to win a few races like already this season. You look at the Clash, he was right there. The duels, he was having a good run. You look at the 500, that's 3 races where Kyle Busch, I mean, he really had his chance. I think overall, if you look at the start to this season, you have that feeling. You just have that feeling where it's gonna click, and I feel like it's gonna click soon. I've said this a lot, and I'll continue to say this in the betting world. Bad luck does not last forever. Kyle Busch has been very, very, very unlucky, and it seems like he continues to be unlucky this season. But luckily, we're only 3 races into the season, and I believe that's going to change soon. This 8 car was super, super fast here last year, and I mean, I like Kyle driving a fast number 8 car. I really do. So plus 1,000 for Kyle Busch. And then kind of that dark horse pick that you could sprinkle in a little money. He opened at a lot higher. I don't know the odds because I really just checked them today when I got back. But Eric Jones plus 3,000 at DraftKings right now. I feel like he opened at like plus 6,000, something like that, something crazy. So if you were able to get him when lines open, good for you. Plus 3,000, I think is still a solid number to get him at. Hopefully he kind of qualifies bad, maybe has a bad practice. You can get that closer to 4 to 5, maybe. I don't know. But from start to finish last year on this track, Eric Jones was the most consistent car on the track, without a doubt. He had good green flag speed. It ranked him number 1 overall in green flag speed ranking. If you look back at the stats last year, he just could not seal the deal. He ended up finishing 3rd, still had a really, really good run. And really after that race, a lot of people thought like is Eric Jones going to make the playoffs? Is this Eric Jones's year to string a few races together for wins? And he did it later on. He won at Darlington in the playoffs when he wasn't locked into the playoffs. But man, I feel like Eric Jones has marked this race on his calendar since it ended last year. Really, really, really good opportunity for the 43 team to find their way into victory lane and to clinch the playoffs. And man, what a crazy start that would be if Stenhouse and Eric Jones are locked into the playoffs. That would be really, really cool. So those are my winning bets. There's 5 of them. Like I said, I like Larson, Busch, Blaney, and Reddick for your kind of top tier bets, and then you can sprinkle in a little something on Eric Jones. Let's go to a top 5. It's going to be Joey Logano. Year after year, he continues to run well on this track, but he just can't seem to get the win. If you just look at the way the year has started for Logano, it seems like he's kind of started right where he left off at the end of 22. I think it's going to be another great year in 2023. I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with all year. I like his chances to run really well, but if you judge by history and you go by history, it seems like he just can't get over the hump to win this track. And I feel like it's going to be the same again this year here. But I like Logano for a top 5. And hey, if you put a good amount of money on it, maybe you put a unit down on it, you could still make some money if he hits the top 5. So, I should say wins the race. You could still win some money even if you're losing some on the winner bets, but we won't be. We're going to win. I feel it. I feel it. We'll be back. And then a top 10 for Austin Dillon. If you look at the numbers, the guy he races well here. It seems like he loves this racetrack. He finished second here last year. He's got 3 top 10s in the last 4 races here. And let's also not forget that his teammate last year, Tyler Reddick, brought one hell of a car here. I think, RCR will use the data they had from last year, help out Austin Dillon, help out Kyle Busch. I think you'll be looking at 2 really strong cars. If you look at the Busch Clash, same thing. 2 really strong cars with Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch. I know it's 2 totally different racetracks, 2 totally different atmospheres. The way everything about it is different. But what I'm trying to say is early on, it seems like RCR has some speed. They had speed here last year. I think they can put it all together and have a really good run as a team. So that bet, I guess I don't have the numbers for the Logano top 5 and the Austin Dillon top 10, but I assume Austin Dillon is plus money, probably something around plus 170. And I would assume that Logano top 5 is probably around plus 200. So I would assume you can get both of those in plus money, and I think they'll be good to sprinkle some units on as well as these winner bets. So let's go through them again. Reddick to win at plus 1,200, Blaney to win at plus 1,000, Larson at plus 650 right now. I don't love that. Actually, on Rhode Island Sportsbook, he's plus 500, which is what I use, and I would have to go with right now. I'm waiting. I'm going to wait till after practice and qualifying to place that one. And then you got Kyle Busch plus 1,000. You got Eric Jones to sprinkle some down there at plus 3,000. Then you got a Logano top 5 and an Austin Dillon top 10. Excited now. We are in full swing in the NASCAR season. First intermediate track up on the books. Was a great race last year. I hope the same this year at Auto Club. Right now, the last race on the current configuration of Auto Club. They'll be looking to move that into a short track. Drivers have voiced their frustration about that change. I'm kind of with them. I feel like this track is unique. I feel like it's a really cool style track. But I mean, I don't know. I guess, all good things come to an end. So enjoy Auto Club for the last time that you'll see it as this 2-mile configuration. And hopefully we can win some money this weekend. As always, want to know what you guys think. Give me your bets in the comments. Please like this video. And if you're a first-time watcher, definitely subscribe for more content. Thanks.